In 1960, just 11% of American children lived in fatherless homes. Today, that rate is 33%. For African American kids, 54% don't have a father in the house. GRIP Outreach for Youth is working to change that, one child at a time. Its Life on Life program is an ongoing process of relationship development that is much more than what people think of traditionally as mentorship. For more, we welcome Keith Woodley, Slam Coordinator at GRIP. We also welcome Jocelyn Johnson, a sophomore at Golder College Prep School in Chicago, and Jamal Warner, a sophomore at Wells Academy in Chicago. Thank you all for being with us here today. Tell us a little bit, Keith, about GRIP and the program that you all are running right now.
So GRIP is actually an acronym, and the G stands for gospel, which is the foundation of who we are and what we're about. The R is for relationships. You mentioned earlier, Julian, about Life on Life. That is the sole purpose of what we exist for, is about relationships. The I is for immersion, and that's for us to go deep into the community, deep into the relationships with the youth that we deal with and their families. And the P is for prayer and preparation.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that sounds like a lot more than what a traditional kind of mentoring program is. How do you all see yourselves as going to the next level in terms of relationship building and things like that with young people?
Typically, what you will find in mentorship programs is that youth would come to a program, their mentors would come to the program, they would hang out, do some type of tutoring, hang out at the program, and then they will leave and they'll go to their various homes. Well, what will happen with us is that when the program is over, that's when the mentorship starts. We allow the adult mentor to actually get involved in the life of the youth, go to their school, go to their home, hang out where they are, and then vice versa. Allow the youth to get involved into the adult life. Come in, walk with them, come to the grocery store, let's go play basketball, let's do some homework, let's study together. Life on Life is our purpose.
So people will see this, they'll hear about the program and they'll say, well, there are plenty of people who've grown up, have not had male figures in their life, and have still become incredible leaders, incredible people on earth. You have Bill Clinton, you have Barack Obama. I mean, so how do you respond to that?
If you had a chance to even talk to President Obama and President Clinton, they would clearly tell you that they had mentors, positive male role models in their life to help influence them along the way in a positive way. They grew up with people, coaches, or other maybe influential community leaders to speak into their life in a positive way. And that's why we believe that that's what's lacking in the community now. That there are not a lot of positive role models, male role models for our young man to look up to. When the fathers leave the home, then you have youth that are they're lost, they're confused, and they don't have any type of guidance. And that's why we want to step in to fill that void of fatherlessness.
And you've brought two young people with you today. You all are a part of the GRIP program. Can you tell us what your life was like before you found the program and how things are going now that you're a part of it? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm obviously a student from Golder College Prep. Before I attended GRIP, my life was very chaotic. You know, I was in and out the streets with different, people and, selling drugs and being involved in gangs. But while I was at GRIP, I met my coach, Megan Ford. And from then on, she was just an amazing person. We went out to eat. She helped me with my homework. And more and more in my life, I started finding stability in my life. So I began to, be like, well, I want to be a godly woman like she is, because in my life I was very bitter. And I blamed everybody for my problems. So now I actually take accountability for my problems. So now basically GRIP, it just really helps me. I'm a more happy person. I can, walk around proudly with a smile on my face and say GRIP helped me to be the person I am now.
Jamal, tell us what your life was like before GRIP and how things have been going since you found the program.
Well, what my life was like before GRIP, my life was very, very dysfunctional because of family issues that I had at home and also the people I was surrounded by. I wasn't really surrounded by people that GRIP had to offer, which was positive people and people that really would guide me in life where I could actually be an influential person with other young people in the future. Before GRIP, I was very bitter. I was very angry, and I didn't know my purpose for life, and I couldn't find my inner happiness. And when GRIP got into my life, that inner happiness came within me, and I actually found my purpose. And also, one of their staff members, Sean Proctor, helped me find my purpose.
And so what would you say your purpose is now?
My purpose in life is to serve God and let Him be the centerpiece of my life.
Now, you all probably both go to schools where a lot of people don't have mentors and don't know about programs like this. And you probably had a point where you were like, I don't know if I need this, right? Like, what happened to change your mind to really feel like this is something that we need? You know, what happened for you?
Well, before I wasn't really with the mentor, because I used to be all by myself, like, mentor, I'm okay. I can, go to school. But, more I saw my friends like, I'm going with my mentor. I'm like, I call them. I'm like, where are you going? I'm going with my mentor. Mentor from where? From Slam. Oh, for real? She's like, yeah, we're about to go out to eat, and then afterwards might go to the movies and we're gonna talk. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. So, I started talking to Megan some more, and I started experiencing what they were experiencing, and it made me feel so much better about myself to know that actually somebody actually cared, and it wasn't like a hand of script that they go, oh, well, I care about you today. I'm going to ask you these questions. So the relationship is real. So all I have to say is for anybody that needs a mentor or anything, please come to Slam, because we're opening everybody in welcome hands and arms.
Keith, tell us about Slam, if you could.
Yes, I will. So Slam is GRIP's flagship program, Julian. It's saving lives through athletic ministry. And Slam is just a place where youth can come in, they will feel loved. We welcome them right at the door with hugs, with high fives, with cheering them on. I mean, most of our youth really don't get cheered on throughout their life. So we welcome them with this excitement. We're happy to see them. They come in, they feel the love, they get put on a team, and then what we do is we will allow at least 120 youth to come in, split up on 4 teams. They do various games, various sports. They hang out with Christian Adult mentors and other youth, all from different communities, all on one team. They have the time to do games, and then they have a time to what we call jam session, which is the Word of God is being taught for 20 minutes, and then they will have a time to go with their mentor, and they will kind of talk about whatever was just talked about previously with their mentor, and then we will send them on home.
Do you have any stories of some young folks who have gone through this program and have really gone on to make a difference or anything? Are there any stories you want to tell?
We do. Actually, there's a young man who I was working with and since 2010, and his name is Huel Caller. And when he started with our program, he was definitely not on the track to graduate high school. And I began to walk with him personally. This is a kid that I mentored. And at the end of our program, at the end of the 4 years of high school, he was able to get a scholarship to college, both for academically and for basketball. So he was able to go to college. Right now he's at North Park University, where he's able to play sports and he's able to go to school. Growing up in a home that was fatherless, he did not have anyone there. It wasn't a positive male role model in his home. Because he was able to come to our program, get plugged in with people like myself and other male mentors, now his life is on a different trajectory. Actually, it's heading up.
Jocelyn, what would you say to a young person who's seeing this and wondering if mentorship is right for them?
Well, I basically will say, because I'm a pretty stubborn person, I'll say, come on, get up off that couch. You ain't got nothing to do anyway. So come on, just come to Slam, I'm a great person. I'm a people's person, and everybody's at Slam is a people's person. It will never be a person you walk up to like, hey, how are you doing? They don't speak to you. They're like, hey, how are you doing? How was your week? What did you do this weekend? So it'll be like, oh, it's kind of a shock that they'll speak to you like that. So it's just like, come on in. Like, we're like a family. You need help. We can provide it for you,
Well, thank you, Keith, Jocelyn, and Jamal. You all are wonderful examples of young people who are taking a turn in life, and I hope that other people will be able to see this and make the same decision. Keith, this is an incredible program, and we hope the best for this program and for everything that you're doing in the city.
Thank you.
I'm Julian DeShazier for Different Drummers and the Greater Chicago Broadcast Ministries. Keep the faith.